What is up, guys? It's DD again. I got another battle here today. This is a UU battle I actually had with my my old team, the 3 lead guys, and the sub SD hair across that thing, And yeah, because I felt like using it, because I like the team, and I haven't used it in a while. And you know what? I'm gonna use it, because it's a fun team to use. I just like it, because, it's it gives a little bit more flexibility with the lead, because I have like 3 guys that can basically, I have Ambi Palm, I've got Rotom H, and I do have Azelf. Azelf is usually the intended lead, because it's got Focus Sash, but you know what? I can really lead off with anything, because, I can do that just depending on the team. But as you can see, this is a hardcore Rain Dance team. I mean, look at that. He's got Lantern, Kingdra and his Kabutops definitely going to be Rain Sweepers. He also has Shell Smash Omastar, which is going to benefit greatly from the rain. And I know Zapdos and Lantern get Rain Dance, and so do Kingdra. So, like, most of his guys actually get Rain Dance, and then I guess he just has Weavile for priority. But, yeah, that's a pretty threatening team, because weather, like, in every situation, usually can help you out better than not having weather. But you know what? I think I can do this, because I just need to eliminate his weather setter uppers. And here I'm gonna go for the taunt, expecting the T-Wave. But he does use the Rain Dance, which confirms my suspicions that this is a Rain Dance team. And I'm gonna set up my rocks now as he Volt Switches out, and that's fine. I have the Sash, and I doubt a Volt Switch from the Lantern would even bring me down to my Sash, just because Lantern doesn't have the greatest spec attack. I mean, it's respectable, but not amazing. But yeah, he's gonna take some rocks damage with Zapdos, which is great, because these things are bulky. They're so bulky. I hate Zapdos. Like, look at that Psychic. He takes that like a monster, and he sets up the Rain Dance. I probably should have taunted again just to prevent the Rain Dance, but I can just switch out predicting his thing to come in, or I think I just switch out into Ambipom, predicting something else to come in, and then I could fake out to stall for a turn of rain, since he, as you can see, he doesn't have Damp Rock. I think he has lefties, as we just saw in Zapdos, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Now I'm just going to go for the U-turn, I think, because I'm pretty sure he's going to switch out, and I do pretty correctly, which is awesome. So now I can send in whatever I want to against this Omastar, and I think I'm going to choose Roserade, because I do have the Giga Drain, which is ×4 super effective, and I do also have Spikes, and if he does decide to Ice Beam, I can just kill him, and that'll be awesome. But I decided to go for the Giga Drain because, I mean, the only thing that he really has to resist it is Zapdos, and Zapdos can't touch Roserade for the most part, especially since he set up the rain. So, but he actually goes into his Kingdra, which is it was a interesting play, because he does take a decent amount from that. But now I'm gonna go out into Suicune, expecting it to be like a Dragon Dance Kingdra, but it turns out he's actually special, which actually makes sense considering he has Kabutops, which does get Swords Dance and makes a pretty crappy special attacker, while Kingdra makes a decent special attacker. So that actually makes sense to me. And now I'm gonna go for the Roar, predicting him to switch out, just because I know he can't do much to me. I mean, he can Draco Meteor, but I will be able to live it, and he probably doesn't want to risk like a Scald Burn or something. But yeah, now I'm gonna roar him into his Kabutops, and I'm gonna predict the Rapid Spin here, since this is only Spinner, and he does have a Zapdos, which is very weak to rocks. So I am going to predict the Rapid Spin and actually go for the Scald, which is awesome. And it's actually kind of funny. He's got Life Orb and Rapid Spin, so he's actually doing more to himself every time he goes for the Rapid Spin, which I thought was kind of funny. But anyways, now I'm gonna roar again, expecting the switch, and yeah, Suicune doing some work right now, just roaring things out that he doesn't want out. But I actually get him into his Zapdos, which is kind of disappointing, because he did spin my rocks away, so I'm not really going to be able to do too much. So that roar into Zapdos really didn't help me at all, and I probably could have Scalded here, hoping for the burn, but that was a pretty risky play considering he does have the T-Bolt. And now he's going to go for the Heat Wave, and it's funny because he did set the rain first, so the rain actually helped me a lot more than it helped him in that situation. But now he's going to go for the Thunder, as I think I set up a layer of Spikes, and this turn I'm going to Giga Drain, expecting him to switch into something else to threaten me out. I was really afraid he would go into Kabutops, because Roserade can't take any physical hit. Its physical defense is really not that great, and I would probably die to Stone Edge. So I went for the Giga Drain on the off chance he was going to go into Kabutops, so he wouldn't just kill my Roserade. But I figured, like, he just keeps on going for Thunder, so I decided I'm just going to get my Spikes up, because if I can get my Spikes up, everything on his team is going to be taking hefty damage every time it switches in, except for Zapdos, of course. I mean, Zapdos was really the major pain this game, because this thing is really bulky and stuff. But now I'm going to predict the Rain Dance again, and I'm actually going to go into my Ambipom because I think a fake out double hit combo could bring him pretty low. But he actually ends up going for the Heat Wave, which actually makes sense to me considering that the rain did wear off. And he probably wanted to get a big hit off on Rosary before he brought something else in. But now I'm going to go for the fake out, just make the safe play. But he does switch into his Omastar, which is kind of bad. I mean, I do have the low sweep, which I can hit Omastar with, and I think I actually go for that now, because it looks like I might be able to take it out, but he lives with a tiny smidgen. Dude, this is the smallest smidgen I've ever seen, and, yeah, that was the worst. But now he goes for Stealth Rocks, just, figuring I can't do anything to him, and I actually can do something for him, so that kind of sucks for him, because now I'm going to kill him with a low sweep. And I thought this would be, like, a fully offensive set, but I guess he's running like offensive Kabutops with the Rapid Spin, but I think that thing gets Rapid Spin too. So I don't really understand his team structure in that aspect. But now I'm gonna go for the double hit on this Zapdos, bring it down to about half, which is pretty nice. And I know I have one more Life Orb hit, which is awesome because I live on an epic 12 HP, and I think that if I can bring it pretty low. I mean, he's probably just gonna roost up again, but I can't live Rock Switch in, so I might as well just go for the double hit. But I end up missing, and he ends up missing his Heat Wave, which was just hilarious. It's like that was a complete waste of a turn, except for the fact he gets lefty, so that really helped him more than me. But now I'm gonna hit him with the double hit, get a crit on the first one, which was great because now he's really low. And yeah, I kind of wish I had hit it the turn before, because this turn he actually goes for the Roost, and he went for the Heat Wave last turn. So if I got the crit and then the normal hit last turn, then I would have brought him low and he would have just Heat Wave nothing. But I guess he was just expecting my Roserade to come in or something. But yeah, so now I'm just going to go into Rotom. Go for the trick, expecting him to switch into Lantern, because Lantern walls Rotom really, really well. And because it does resist the Bolt Beam combo, and it resists Overheat. And I do have HP Ice, Volt Switch, and Overheat on this thing. So he would wall me to no end. He would just completely own me. But he ends up setting up the Rain, which I guess makes sense considering he's a Zapdos and that's what Zapdos likes to do. But now I'm going to double switch while he switches into his Lantern, just because I know that he's not going to want to stay locked in on Rain Dance, and I know that he's going to bring in his Lantern, because this thing walls Rotom really well, as I was saying before. And I'm going to go for the Giga Drain here, see how much I can get back, and I get a nice chunk back. I like that. I like that amount of damage, and I'm pretty much at full HP now. I mean, after Black Sludge, I'll be pretty close to full. And he's actually going to go for the Volt Switch, which was probably a misplay, because he did let me get that huge hit off on him, and he won't be able to live Spike Switch in. Do I have spikes up? I think I still have spikes up. But anyways, now I'm gonna try to switch out, because I was pretty sure he was gonna Pursuit, but on the off chance he did decide to over predict, I was gonna switch out, because if he did go for the Ice Punch, I would be completely screwed, because that would easily take me out. But yeah, so I just decided to switch, kind of chancing it. Probably a bad play in hindsight, but what are you gonna do? I went for it. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna Calm Mind up, because I'm pretty sure he can't touch me at all. So I'm just gonna go for the Calm Mind, so I can definitely live this next hit. And I believe he's gonna go for the Draco here, and wow, look how well Suicune takes this hit. I mean, I do have the +1 in special defense, but he doesn't even take half from that. It's insane. That's a Life Orb stab Draco Meteor coming from a Kingdra. I mean, Kingdra doesn't have the best special attack, but it's decent. It's like base 105, and that's pretty respectable. And yeah, I take that like a monster. I mean, Suicune just does work. Now I'm pretty sure I can sweep the rest of his team, and I just go for a rest for, trolling. Just a troll, because every once in a while you just gotta troll on Wi-Fi, and sometimes they won't DC, which is awesome, because when people DC, then you don't get battles, and that's not fun. But now he's going to take himself out to Life Orb. He actually missed the Draco Meteor the turn before, which actually did help me out, because it does let me burn a turn of sleep right now, so that I don't have to be asleep for as long, since, stuff, and yeah, you get it, because, I burned a turn of sleep, and now he's gonna go for the Rapid Spin, kill himself with the Life Orb. Yeah, Life Orb Rapid Spin, really doing a lot of damage to my Suicune. I mean, that damage is really starting to rack up, so, I'm gonna be wanting to get rid of, that Kabutops as soon as possible, and he actually takes himself out to life with life. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Takes himself out with Life Orb, which is awesome because now it's dead, and I don't have to deal with it. And now I'm just gonna stay in and Scald because I know that I can take any hit he wants to go for, since this thing doesn't even get it like a grass type move. I'm pretty sure, and if it did, it would do decent damage. Probably it wouldn't kill me though. But now this is his second to last Pokemon, I think, and it's just his Lantern, so I know I can kill it with a Scald. Thankfully, it doesn't have Water Absorb, because otherwise I would have been pissed, because then I wouldn't be able to sweep with Suicune, because, you know, it's not every day you get a sweep with Suicune that doesn't have, Sleep Talk. I mean, Crocoon can get sweeps sometimes, but, you know, this trolley set just doesn't really, well, I don't know if it's really trolley. It's just rest without Sleep Talk, just for the recovery, because sometimes you need to, you know, recover up, but a lot of the times I just rest and I don't end up, you know, waking up ever. I'll just rest, and then I'll have it take hits every once in a while, and then I'll just use it for a pivot switch. That's usually what it ends up doing. And he's actually just gonna hit 2 out of 2 Thunders, which is pretty awesome for him. I mean, that's like a 50% chance just hitting those 2. So, yeah, he got pretty lucky. It's like he hit a Zap Cannon, and yeah. So I win, which is awesome, because, you know, first Wi-Fi battle in a pretty long time with this team, and I had to end up winning, so I do still know how to play with it, and that's pretty awesome. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, things like that, rate, comment, sub. Thanks for watching, and see you later, guys.